I'm gonna very quickly start with some few slides. I know we have too many demos, so I'm gonna be as quick as possible here. Hello everyone, my name is Rabeb and I am a senior PM with the Microsoft Graph team. I'm super excited to be here today because I actually have a few new things that I want to share with you. And also it's great to show how different of our tools are coming together very nicely. So everything is like working together. It's like pieces of one puzzle. And I'm going to be showing you how everything is working together. But first of all, just a little bit of context to how we are where we are today. As Microsoft Graph been evolving and as we keep adding new features, it became very apparent for us that we are having few challenges generating our SDKs. It was taking too long to support new languages or adding any new features from Microsoft Graph, and the tech stack that we were using were fairly painful. We made few promises to you, we made few promises to the community, and then either we couldn't keep our promises or it was way too long to deliver simply because of these challenges. We thought Autorest would solve the issues for us, but unfortunately Autorest did not scale to the size of the Microsoft Graph APIs. So with all these challenges in mind and with the learning that we got with Autorest, we went back and we went back to work and we focused and we decided to create a new SDKs generator with the goal. We wanted something fast to support new languages. We wanted to support new languages within weeks, not waiting for months for that to happen. And we wanted it to be very fast to incorporate new Microsoft Graph features across all our languages. Like we really needed to keep up with all the new features that we have. And we wanted something that is fast to generate an SDK. So that's what we've been working on. And today I'm happy to announce that this new SDKs generator already exists. It is in community preview. Please go and try it. And remember, it's still a preview, so I'm sure there will be a few bumps and things that are not perfect yet, but your feedback is very important to us to make this better and to fix all the things. As I mentioned, Kiota is a new SDKs generator. It's a lightweight, low maintenance, OpenAPI-based code generator for our SDKs, and it solves the problems that we set to solve. It is fast enough for us to generate our SDKs. On top of solving these problems, these challenges for us, Kiota also opens up a whole set of new opportunities and scenarios. Because it's based on any OpenAPI or CSDL described API, literally you could use it with anything. We do already, actually, some of the MVPs went ahead and played with Kiota with different APIs. It wasn't even the Microsoft Graph APIs, and then they had a bunch of issues for us to fix. You don't do this and you can't do this. So that's quite nice to see. The other thing is, with Kiota, literally you can create customized and tailored SDKs to your exact needs, because all you need is the APIs that you need in your project. So potentially the size of these SDKs is also going to be fairly smaller than the prepackaged SDK, if that's what you need. So please go and try it. Kiota is a Swahili word, by the way, for anyone who's curious, and it means a nest. And to prove to you that it's all really real and it all works, I'm gonna do a demo. For this demo, so the end goal of the demo is to generate a .NET SDK based on Kiota. For that, I'm gonna need to do few steps and go through our tooling. The first stop is going to be Graph Explorer. And I hope you are familiar with Graph Explorer. Graph Explorer is our developer tool that allows you to learn and test with the Graph APIs, among other things that you can do there. So with Graph Explorer, I would like to export a Postman collection. So I'll go to Graph Explorer, get a Postman collection for the endpoints that I need for my demo. And then I am going to use another one of our tools. It's called Hidi. And Hidi is a command line tool that allows processing of OpenAPI documents. So things like transformations on OpenAPI documents, let's say you need to go from V3 to V2 or vice versa, YAML to JSON and vice versa. It also Hidi allows to validate your OpenAPI documents as well. So I'm going to use Hidi, and I'm going to use the Postman collection that I will get from Graph Explorer. And then that's how I'm going to get my OpenAPI document. With that OpenAPI document, I can ask Kiota to generate an SDK for me. This is the first stop, Graph Explorer. Very recently, I think 2 days ago, we released a new feature with Graph Explorer. It's called Resource Explorer. It's this tab here, Resources. And as the name implies, with Resource Explorer, you can explore and navigate every single resource and endpoint available on Graph. As you can see on this tree here, you can see everything. It is what's available on V1 by default, but if you need to check what's on beta, you can also do that. And then that's what would allow me to export a Postman collection. So the resources that I need for my demo are endpoints related to users. So I'm going to use the search and say, look for users, and then I'm going to see everything and anything that has users in it. But I am going all the way here. So I go to users, and I can see I need this get. So I'm going to click on here, and it says add to collection. And then let's add post, for example. So this is all I need. So my collection is fairly small. As you can see here, I have the 2 items that I added. I'm not going to remove anything. And I'm just going to say, please download this collection for me. So as you can see here, my collection has been downloaded to my machine. And then if I grab my command line tool, now, as you can see, the name of the collection is too long. So previously, I renamed the collection to something much easier, and I put it in the right folder for me to work with it. So that's the first step done. We do have now a Postman collection. Now, what I need from Hidi, because we do have the Graph OpenAPI document, but that document is too big for my needs. All I need is literally just the users. So I'm going to ask Hidi to transform that document for me, or as we say, slice the document for me. So I'm going to say, Hidi, can you transform this OpenAPI document, which is hopefully this one, and I want you to transform it, filtering. So we're going to do some sort of filtering using that Postman collection, which is users collection.json. So I'm saying, I don't need everything in there. Can you please do filter based on the collection and give me a much smaller document? And then for my output, let's say users output. And if I do this, hopefully this should work anytime now. Yes. So and go here, and I can see that was created, and you can even see the time. It literally just happened now. I'm going to do another thing just to make sure that that document is okay. So I'm going to say, Hidi, validate my document which is users output.yaml. And then Hidi is telling me, yes, you have one, like the path to the items, it's users, 2 operations, get and post, and everything else that is available there. We can even go, if I click on the document, it will open and I can see that it is indeed an open API document. So that is the step number 2. So that's Hidi, who provided me with a much smaller OpenAPI document. So now I can go and generate the SDK that I need. Prior to the session, I created a console app. That's where I will be using my SDK. So I did create the app, added all the packages that I need, etc. on there. And now, so if I go, let me just go to the right. So this is where my app is. And I'm going to put this in here so you can see it. So what I'm going to say is Kiota. And I'm going to feed Kiota. I also put the document in the right folder. So I'm going to feed Kiota the exact same document, which is users output, right? Users output.yaml. And then I want my class to be user API client. Oh, I did forget to mention that the app that I created is user client. That's why there is user client in there. And then I'm going to say my namespace is user client and then API client. Now, if I hit enter, it should add my new SDK to my application. But because I did that earlier, I'm intrigued what would happen if I click twice, whether it will figure out it's already there or it would just replace it. Because I do that, I'm not going to risk it. So this is like how I would generate that. If I go to my app here, so this is my app. I needed, of course, like a client ID, etc., a few scaffolding things. So I did all of that. And let's say I want to see my users. You will notice that here, within my client, the only thing that I have is users. So I don't have everything on the Graph API. It's because the SDK that I created only have users. So I can say just, I only need my users here, for example. And basically that's really it. That's what I wanted to show you. I'm going to click on this and see what happens. Oh, maybe just replace it without doing anything. And you can see how quick it is. So yeah, so this is the demo. This is the few new things that we have. I have few links in here for you to try. Please go and try Kiota. It's still in preview, so I'm sure there are some few things for us to fix. It would we would really appreciate it if you can help us point out to those things to fix. Thank you.
Awesome, Rabeb. Really cool stuff. And it is absolutely brilliant that we can kind of increase the performance by reducing the API surface, which is automatically generated. Because just for a reminder for everybody again on this call, there are tens of thousands of APIs in Microsoft Graph, which is like it should be. Everything should be accessed through the Microsoft Graph. And it's brilliant, simple, and unified way of accessing information in Microsoft 365.